तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भुरिदा जनाः. Let us resume our discussion on Sri Ramakrishna's spiritual discourses with his intimate devotees at the house of Sri Girish Chandra Ghosh on 25th of February 1885, when Sri Ramakrishna visited Kolkata to witness a drama on Bishaketu. The discussion on was what are the way out for the householders to realize God. Sri Ramakrishna said that the householders are supposed to discharge their worldly duties, and so they should continue their assignments, at the same time fix their mind on God. তোমরা এও করবে ও করবে. Do both work and worship hand in hand. That is the advice Sri Ramakrishna said. But then there was a Brahmin seated here. He said, whatever said and done, is it possible for non-Brahmins to realize God? Sri Ramakrishna said, yes. In Kali Yuga, even the Shudras have attained the highest realization. Now we have to understand this nomenclature of Brahmin and non-Brahmins. In the days of yore, the society is to be classified into different sections. There is one section of people who were totally devoted for their higher culture of life. There are other sections who are doing other different activities of life. So those who are interested in realizing God, those who are making their effort to realize that God, they were classed in the higher class, Brahmins. But now, due to the decline of the tradition, here it has become a hereditary. It's a hereditary affair. The son of a Brahmin becomes Brahmin, no matter what he does or not. So in this view, there is an equalizer. So Sri Ramakrishna says, the devotees form one class. Those who want to realize God, those who are pursuing their life in a honest way, they belong to one class, no matter what is their heredity. And he cites some example here that Shabari and Ruidas. Here he says that in the Kali Yuga it is there. So, and Guhak Chandal, these are the different names he specifies here. Now, regarding Ruidas, we have been discussing for several weeks here that it is interesting that Ruidas is belonging to the more recent years. Shavari and Guhak Chandal belong to the age of Ramayana, thousands of years ago. But Ruidas is very much within our recent history. It is a recent history, and we believe that Ruidas was born somewhere in 1415 AD, in 15th century, and lived as long as 151 years. And his date of expiry is roughly estimated at 1566, that is 16th century, about 400 years ago, 450 years ago. Now, so he is much more recent than the historic events. And then regarding the life and message of Ravidas we find that is more relevant of our present day's discussion and much more interesting. We have already discussed that Ravidas was born of the cobbler family, Chamar, and he maintained this profession till the end, almost till the end. He used to make his earning out of making shoes, and he never dispensed with it. Though he was, when he became very exalted, very enlightened, he had a lot of followers, even then he maintained his profession as a token of humility and an illustration that whatever we do in a society, if we do it perfectly, putting our whole soul in it, then that becomes our worship and it connects us with God. Swami Vivekananda says this is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga does not mean that you have to be only worshipping God in a temple or doing very high pursuits of life. He says even a shoemaker, if he puts his whole soul in making a shoe, pair of shoes, then that is as good as meditation. It's a great message we get from the scriptures and as well as the lives illustrated by saints like Ravidas. There are a lot of these stories goes around Ravidas, like he is contemporary to Shah Sikandar Lodi, the Muslim, the administrator in Delhi. Now, it is said that Sikandar Lodi was greatly inspired by Ravidas's life and message. So when he came to Banaras, because Ravidas was born near Banaras, came to Banaras and met him, he was greatly inspired. But then some people, they complained to Shah Sikandar Lodi that he is flouting all these social norms. Being a person from a low progeny, he is making disciples of all sects of all sorts of people, all sections of people, high or low. So he should be punished to maintain the social justice. So the story goes that one mad elephant was brought and it was released so that it can pounce Ravidas, but then it was found that the elephant stood still and that showed respect to Ravidas by his quiet personality. Shah Sikandar Lodi realized his fault and fell at his feet and begged apology. Now, there are a lot of stories goes around Ravidas, but anyway, it is said that Ravidas was the guru of Mirabai. Now, and by the earnest request of Mirabai, Ravidas spent his last days at Chittor with his wife. Now, Mirabai, there is a controversy that whether Mirabai was disciple of Kabir Das or Ravidas, but there is a saying of Mira, this is quoted here. We know that the Ravidas wrote his message in different poetry form, and some of his teachings are included in the Guru Granth Sahib. The 39 verses of Guru Granth Sahib are written by Ravidas. Now, this Miraji, this Mira's one verse is there. मीरा ने गोविंद मिल्या जी, गुरु मिला रुईदास, रुईदास संत मिले मोहि सदगुरु, दीनी सूरत सहदानी। मीरा के प्रभु तेम ही स्वामी श्री रविदास सदगुरु जी, मेरो मन लगो गुरु सो अब न रहूंगी अटकी। गुरु मिला रविदास जी, दीनी ज्ञान की गुटकी। Now, though Ravidas didn't make any sect or any disciple of any order, but it is interesting that as per this counting, this of 1891, it was found that 157 sects of India are followers of Ravidas in some way or other. The followers of Ravidas are known with various names: Ravidasi, Ruidasi, Ramdasi, Ghusiya, Chamar, Charmakar, Raigar, Khatik, Jatiya, Jatab. In various names, the followers of Ravidas are spread all over the country, and Ravidas was very famous in Punjab also, as he said that 39 of his verses are appearing in Guru Granth Sahib. He was mentioned that one of the Gurus also. Now, Ravidas was also a great philosopher. He practiced Advaita, and in being such illiterate person and a cobbler, a charmakar in his profession, he was speaking of very highest words of wisdom. It shows that as we read in the Mahabharata about the ideal Karma Yogin, as quoted by Swami Vivekananda in his book Karma Yoga, that Dharma Vyad and our Pativrata, they are all the realized souls by dint of their work. Pativrata was just a housewife taking care of her husband and household duties, but she did it in such a devotion that she realized the highest knowledge. And when one anchorite approached her to teach, he said, I will not teach you, you go to the certain Dharma Vyad. And then there he found that he is a Mamsa Bikrita, he is selling meat. That is a profession, Dharma Vyad, a butcher. So this anchorite sadhu was surprised, but then after some time, when Dharmabad finished his work, he took him to his house, he nursed his parents and gave him the highest words of wisdom. So this we read in the Mahabharata, etc. But now we see actually in Ravidas's life that similar things happened, and he was talking about the highest realization while being in practice of very mundane world. Now to be brief, one or two quotations of Ravidas will make it clear. He says, जो अनिर्वचनीय ब्रह्म को रविदास जी ने व्याख्यान किया, निशचल निराकार अज अनुपम निर्भय गति गोविंदा अगम अगोचर अचर अतरक हिरगुण अंत आनंदा। ये कहते ईश्वर गोविंद अद्वैत है एवं उनमें और जीवात्मा में कोई भेद नहीं है, लेकिन हमारे सामने एक माया का प्रभाव से हम ये भूल जाते हैं, हमारा अपना स्वरूप भूल जाते हैं। तो कैसे जो ये अघटन घटन पटी ऐसी माया, इस भ्रम को हम जीवन से दूर करें, उसके लिए रविदास जी का सहज पंथा क्या है कि अति प्रबल माया से छुटकारा पाने के उन्होंने सहज उपाय बताया, और वो उपाय है राम नाम का जप करना। कहे रविदास राम जपी रसना, माया के से संग रही रे। If one repeats the name of God, then Maya, whatever may be her strength, will not be able to spell her this veil on our intellect, and will realize God in this very life. Now, this Ravidas's this wonderful life and teachings that covers our mind, and his main thrust was we should not become truncated by the narrow feelings of our birth and progeny. We are all born to realize God, and forgetting of our superficial differences, we should all aspire and try our best to manifest the divinity within. So all the saints talk about the same when they reach the goal. And Ravidas's life is one such, where the message of devotion is percolated through every verse he uttered. And his simple method was that do your work as far as possible, as perfect as possible, and repeat the name of God in simple heart, and realizing that the goal of life is to realize the divinity within by helping others and by doing your work diligently and sincerely. We will discuss further in this topic in our next Sunday class. निरंजनम नित्यमनंतरूपम भक्तानुकंपाधृतविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमिड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री रामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। Announcement. Today is 18th February, which is a very blessed day in the calendar year, because today is the calendar birthday of Sri Ramakrishna. On this day, the Vivekananda Polytechnic Institute of Medical Sciences was established, founded in its present premises 55 years ago. So there will be an anniversary in the hospital in the evening 4 to 5. All of you are welcome to participate in the annual dedication day ceremony, followed by refreshments. And now we are on the last phase of the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. It has now been over from 2nd February to 11th February. Now the last function will be next Sunday, 25th of February, there will be a cultural program after the evening Aarti. The details will be forwarded to you in due course, very soon. Now, our Sri Ramakrishna birthday is in the offing from 12th March to 17th March. A 6-day long program where there will be a series of lectures on Srimad Bhagavatam by Swami Muktinathanandaji Maharaj, who is coming from Visakhapatnam. Recently he was posted in South Africa. He was a very, very popular and very erudite speaker on Bhagavatam and Sri Ramakrishna. And on 17th there will be the spiritual retreat. So all of you are welcome to participate in the forthcoming Sri Ramakrishna birthday celebration, the details of which will be published very soon. We close now with chanting of the Lord. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om.